where I'm going with this is that there is a serious lack of balance that I have realized I've been experiencing in my life. And I share a lot of stuff on this channel, and I'm not going to delete it, about drive and about needing to go after what you want, and about trying to become successful, and about, going for what you want, pulling out all the stops and making it happen.
Because as long as that's all true, so is this stuff.
Yes. So
what you're saying is you need more commune in your life.
Well, I'm saying we need more communion, not only with others, but with ourselves within. We have this whole inner world that nobody goes into because they don't know how.
Yeah.
And the thing with the inner world is that in order to reach it, if I were to ask you how to get in commune with yourself, what would you tell me?
Meditate.
What else? That's it?
Self-talk. Meditate. Those are my two good answers.
So in the end, you actually really don't know how.
No.
You're just saying what you think would work. You don't know how because you've never been taught.
Yep.
I am learning because I've never been taught, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I have some background in trying to go within and such, but not like I'm doing now. That night where I noticed my arm was twitching and like the lack of sleep for so long and waking up, like breathing and my heart, lack of breathing, waking me up and my heart going like crazy. I'm looking at this. I'm like, how is my body falling apart? I'm like, this is not right. So it's a lack of communion with oneself. And as much as I'm all about pulling out all the stops, I am becoming more and more focused upon this, bringing this inner balance and coming into commune with oneself, which requires, yes, the meditation, yes, eating right, yes, seeing friends, yes, expressing
Basically
yourself.
A balance of all the pillars.
It's a balance of all the pillars, but it's also a balance of like this nature pillar that I don't think anybody really thinks about. It's like,
is it like the spirituality thing? Is that what you're talking about?
It would fall under the spirituality area, but it's almost like when you go out into nature and you're standing out there and it's not, your phone isn't going off, you're not listening to your headphones, you're not doing all that kind of stuff, you're getting lost in the woods. I'm talking leave your phone in the car, get attacked by a bear, you're fucked, kind of like by yourself, okay? Yeah. Like when you're by yourself to that level, you end up like, you have no choice but to go inwards because the fact that there's
people will talk to themselves. Like if there's like studies, I can't like, bring one up right now that I actually know of where people are like alone in a room, for like a prolonged period of time. And they start like playing games with themselves and like talking to themselves because we need that interaction. They like turn objects. Fucking, what's that movie with the volleyball?
Wilson,
the fucking volleyball. Yeah, perfect example.
Castaway, I think it's called, right? Castaway? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Wilson. So,
but that's exactly what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is that we see this light side of success. But see, it's the light side is completely unbalanced because it's not obtainable without doing all the underlying work and such to avoid the dark side. And the problem with the light side is that that's where you see all the celebrities who are fucking whacked out of their minds and all over the fucking place and in and out of rehabs. And you see these super successful people who are suicidal or, having affairs. So
what you're saying
all
is
over
the light
place.
Side is there,
The light side entices. That's what I'm saying. You
and then
see
the
on
dark
Instagram
side is what's actually happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And there's this middle ground of growth that is lacking to balance it, like the person out, so that light side actually is real, because it's got to be something crazy. Like 90% of what you're seeing on the light side, on the side of things that look so good to everybody, is fucking bullshit.
That almost like begs the question for me. Like, is it possible to get those things without it?
Is it possible to get what?
Like that glorified, like whatever success people generally see as success. Is it possible to get that without the
inner work?
Not the work, but the dark side,
I do believe it is. I do. And that's basically the journey that I'm
trying
on.
to think of people right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't even know. I can't even think of anyone.
Well, there's two different kinds of dark sides. The dark side that I'm referring to is what actually goes on behind the scenes that is just the bad shit. But there is the other, I mean, you could look at it like a gray side where it's like people overcoming struggles, right? They have their own struggles they're overcoming. That's not what I'm talking about. For example, Grant Cardone, right? Grant, I admire the man. I think that he is awesome. But see, he's got this ad out right now. And I read between the lines with a lot of things. He's got this ad out and he's walking through this is on YouTube. He's walking through this like crowded people and he starts his ad out. He's like, all these people going to the pool, you know. Have you seen this ad?
I skipped the ads, but I've seen Grant Cardone ads. But
all right, so he's walking through this crowded place and he's got the camera going and he's saying, you know, all these people going to the pool, all these people, you know, spending their weekend partying, doing this, doing that, getting drunk, spending their money on stupid shit. You know, he's like, they could be working, they could be building the lives they want, and it's like, I agree with him
to an extent,
to almost 100% extent. However, his perception of them is somewhat skewed because of the fact that his perception is that they want what he wants.
Oh, shit.
They might not.
They might be wanting to be there, spending their fucking money that they saved up all year for their vacation or whatever it is.
Right.
Like, that's their happy time, and they're actually happier than someone who's trying to be as successful as he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And see where
they're balanced. They're real. That's real success.
Well, possibly. Some of them are not, if that's not what they want, and they feel stuck in their lives, and they're just sitting there and they're doing all this shit just to cover it up and basically have escapism and such. That's totally different.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, he says all these people going to the pool, they could be working. I sit there, I'm like, yeah, you're right. They could be building the lives they want.
Yep.
But see, then that ad then gets around. And it comes up to where he's like looking at Rolex watches and like all this kind of stuff. And see, like, that's that light side that I'm talking about, because it's a fucking watch.
It's a watch.
It's a watch. My clock on the wall that's $5 tells me the same fucking time. I don't need a fucking watch. Our watch is nice? Sure, why not? They don't do anything for me. But what I'm saying is that the perception of the light side is the cars, the watches, the women, the houses, the vacations,
things.
all the pretty shit.
Take Instagram pictures.
All the shit that looks great
on
in Instagram light photos. We'll see. And again, none of this is a shot at Grant. I actually love Grant.
Yeah.
But the dark side, he was a heavy addict, you know, growing up.
It's like he changed his addiction from or whatever drugs he's doing. I don't really know that much, but to like his business.
Right.
You know, and he's doing it still at that unhealthy balance, but that's his version of success because that's what he wants.
Right.
And it's working out positively.
Well, see, the thing is that, and this is my perception, because his life may be balanced in the way that works for him. I mean, he's married, he's got his kids, he's got his business, everything's going good and such. But see, like, what I'm trying to get across is that me and many other people out there are watching these people, and we're not being realistic and realizing we are watching addicted personality type people or addict personality type people.
What works for them won't work for you.
Right. It's kind of like me comparing myself to Michael Jordan in his prime. Okay. I am not a 6'12" black guy. Okay. Who could go do crazy fucking basketball stuff. Mike's way better at basketball than I'll ever be. But the thing is, genetically, he is like that. He's gifted genetically. Now, he wasn't gifted in the skill level, at least originally. I'm pretty sure he was like...
You had to work in order to
laughed off. No, he was like laughed off the team. And like, or like the coach told him to go try something else or whatever, like, because you basically suck at basketball. And he trained and trained. I won't take any of that away from him. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But to take his training and discount the fact that he's a phenomenal physical specimen.
Athlete, yeah.
He's got some genetic predispositions towards greatness in those areas, okay? So
100%.
If we agree on that, well, Grant and people similar to him may have predispositions.
Personality is a predisposition.
It is, and it's being used for good, right?
And that's totally fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that won't work for the people they're selling it to.
Yes. What it will do, or at least what it's been doing to me, I can only speak for me. I can't speak for other people. But I'll tell you what it's been doing to me is it's been destroying me from the inside out because I'm not built to be
like
that much like that.
Your balance is different.
For me to wake up in the morning, the way that I was living my life, I'd wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock. By 6:15, I'm in the shower, and I'm done with the shower. By 6:30, I'm almost done eating. By 7 o'clock, by 6:45, I am at the gym. 45 minutes later, I'm at the gym. 7 o'clock, I'm working out. 8 to 8:15 or so, I'm finished. I get back home, or I go and stop someplace, grab something to like a shake or something like that. Get back to the house. Start studying the markets at 8:45 to 9 o'clock. The markets open at 9:30. Start trading. Make my trades for the day and check out the market, see what's going on. Be on there for an hour to 2 hours. So now it's 11:30. Then I'm going into my company and I'm running a team or co-managing a team of 24 people. And I have my own deals. I'm driving 400 miles a week. Ballpark is about where I'm at, 400 to 600. Yeah, I mean, it's on average really more like 5. But like we'll say 400 to 600 miles a week, right?
I gotcha.
Depending. So then I do that during the day. Then at nighttime, we were building the studio or we were
planning certain things.
Planning or doing the YouTube channels, doing the social media or whatever. Or I'm studying the stock market. That is every single day. Plus, taking care of myself, plus going to the chiropractor, plus this, plus that, plus all the shit that people do. But see, like, I was sitting there and I was like, well, I have this goal. I got to hit this goal and I want to like.
Got to put in the work.
Yeah.
Got to do this.
Yep.
I have to do these things in order to get what I want.
Right.
Where'd you learn that?
Honestly, from following all these people who are
same.
I'm
currently doing it, so I'm no.
Yeah. Well, see. The conversations that you and I have had off of here is, you have this underlying like itch that something's wrong. I just said, yeah, I know that shit's wrong, but I'm going to try to make this shit happen anyway. And I'm like, like another 5-10 years into it.
If I didn't have someone like you to tell me these things, probably what would happen to me.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, I'll tell you, it's no fucking fun. So going back to real quick, I forgot to close this statement. Back when I owned the business, I was thinking about like drugs are a good thing. Let me do fucking coke. I ended up finding out that I have adrenal fatigue. I don't know what stage it's in. It's just called adrenal fatigue.
I don't know what that is.
Basically, you have adrenal glands in your body. They do everything from, manage your cortisol levels to manage like your energy level. Yeah, it's all interconnected. So my adrenal glands themselves are actually shot. Basically, it's called adrenal fatigue. It's a nice way of saying you're fucked up. You're fatigued. No, you're fucked up. You feel all types of screwed up. You can't sleep. You're not balanced out. Your hormones aren't right. You're all over the place. I have that.
So you found that out.
Right now, I have that. And that's part of what is contributing to the whole other array of physical anomalies I've been feeling. But see, here's the thing. Let's say that I did decide to develop that habit. Because the adrenals are shot because of the levels of stress and the exhaustion that I was under, but still pushing through it because I have the will.
Probably make it worse.
Make it worse? I'd probably be in a fucking hospital. I'd probably be in an rehab because if I were to push myself artificially with that while that was going on, they would have like shriveled up and never worked again, right? Like
So it's what you're saying is if you did go down that path.
I'm saying there's a really dark side to success. And quite honestly...
Or what's seen as success.
Mm-hmm. And quite honestly, I don't think there's enough people talking about it. And that there is a cost to pushing yourself all the time when you're exhausted.
They tell me I'm equal, but fuck that. Don't put me on your level. I am not like you, I'm not gonna settle. Body bag, got it right.